Hey, Hallmark team and mortgage coach community. It's Dave Savage. I am with Seth Bennett. What's up, Seth? How are you today, my friend?
I'm doing well. No complaints here. Just getting over this little cold, and other than that, I'm good to go.
Good. Well, I'm excited that you are using Mortgage Coach. Seth is new to the Mortgage Coach team. We recently rolled out the Optimal Blue integration with Hallmark, your company, and you're one of those loan officers that you heard about it, you saw it, and you're just taking action. So first, tell everybody what market you're in. Tell everybody a little bit about your production, and then let's get into how you got started, why you got started, and what you're doing with Mortgage Coach.
Yeah, so I'm in Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is in the northeastern corner, about 90 minutes north of Indianapolis. Production-wise, this would be my first full year originating. Last year, I was at just shy of 100 units and just shy of 15 million. And right now, as far as this year, I'm right on track with that, hoping that things really expand here over the next couple months and we meet our goals for the year.
Well, hey, great job. 2 years in the business and you're at the 100 loan mark. Kudos to you.
Yeah.
All right, there are originators that have been doing the business for 10 or more years and aren't doing over 60 loans a month. So great job,
Yeah.
brother. So you were at the sales rally. We told the Mortgage Coach story. We explained how to get started, and you just took it and ran. So I mean, why don't we start with what was your why? What connected with you, and why did you say, you know what, this is great, and I'm going to start doing it? If you could share that.
Yeah. Well, thinking about this, my biggest why probably starts with my background and where I come from, which is I have an accounting degree and a finance degree. And so prior to getting into the mortgage industry, that's where I was. And so I'm very number oriented. I want to know the why of, where am I at? Where am I going? And so previous to Mortgage Coach, I would show people, hey, this is roughly where you're going to be at through either an Excel spreadsheet or just a loan estimate. But I didn't have anything to really truly show them, long-term impacts, what you're looking at today, and then compare them side by side. And so I've really been itching since I got into the business for something like this. And then Mortgage Coach to me does everything, anything that I could ever want to simulate and showing someone the financial impact of home ownership. I can do it through Mortgage Coach.
Love that. Great why. And then how long did it take you to get started? So like you saw it, you decided you wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Was it hard to learn to get started?
No. With a previous vendor, we had something that I would not even going to really say is similar, but it was able to do some sort of cost analysis for the client. And those would take me like 45 minutes to an hour to work through. So I had an idea on what I was looking to do. As soon as I jumped in Mortgage Coach, I mean, right away, I was able to do it. And it took me, the first one probably took me 15 minutes. By the fifth one, I can knock it out in as quick as 5 minutes.
There you go. So, for anybody who it's taking you more than 5 minutes, it doesn't need to take you more than 5 minutes. Are you using the Optimal Blue integration, and how is that helping you in terms of, getting started and creating an actual total cost analysis?
Yes, I am. And it's easy. As soon as I send it out, it's out there in Edge. Log into Edge, pull it up. With our integration, it's got all of our cost templates already uploaded in there. So honestly, I'm fine-tuning at that point and really changing the data to show, what I want them to see specifically. But it's great. It's easy. That's how I do all of my client presentations.
So your workflow is you start it with Optimal Blue, then you log in to our platform online, fine-tune it a little bit. The total process is 5 minutes. How often are you adding a video to the total cost analysis?
Yeah, every single time I'm adding a video. You know what else is I just thought of that I'm doing, which is great. So usually through Optimal Blue, and depending on the client, I'm showing them 3 or 4 different options. In my market, we have a lot of FHA type buyers, so maybe an FHA versus a conventional 3% down or USDA if it's in a rural area. But really, as soon as I get them to say, hey, this is what I like, then I'm flipping it over to, hey, here are your options at like $15,000 or $20,000 increments to kind of show them their price points. So I know in a previous one I've heard what you refer to that as, but that's been really beneficial as well, because I can see them getting in while they're shopping and looking at the TCA.
Yeah, no, I mean, every loan officer has a different name: power purchase options, purchase options.
Yeah.
I interviewed a loan officer the other day, called it purchase sampler. You know, I've heard 100 names. Some people call it the total cost analysis.
Right.
You know, whatever feels good for you in your practice. So Giuseppe, with your platform, your number one loan officer, uses Mortgage Coach. He would tell you it takes him 5 minutes or less. Here you are, you know, a couple months later, it's taking you less than 5 minutes. Guys, it's easy. You know, what advice do you have to your peers and other loan officers that are either, one, they don't have the why, or two, they haven't got past the first 5 or the first 10? What advice do you have to help them get started and kind of get past that tough point of change?
Yeah, here's my recommendation for someone. Create a TCA for yourself. And if you were the borrower, create that and then flip around and view it as the borrower and go through everything and understand where everything's at. Because when you can understand it that way, when you go to create it, it just flows real naturally because you know exactly what you want to show. But if you don't fully understand everything that's in that TCA and where it's at and how to read it, when you go to create it, you're going to struggle, and you're, you know, not going to be able to give all the information to your client that you want to give them.
I love that. Well, hey, I love that you're, you know, kind of the next generation of mortgage professional, 2 years in the business.
Yeah.
You better crush 100 units this year. And hopefully Mortgage Coach will be a key tool to helping you do that. Really appreciate you taking time. If you wouldn't mind sharing a couple samples of total cost analysis that you've done. So if you're watching this, those links will be down below in the description in YouTube. If you like this, like it, and share it with everybody in your branch. You know, just a great reminder how easy it is to get started. Are you doing many total cost analysis, or not total cost, but cost awaiting analysis to kind of build urgency for home buyers and move-up buyers?
I've done, I think, 2 cost of waiting analysis. Actually, I have one right now that now we flipped to a TCA. I started with a cost of waiting. Now we're on a TCA, and as soon as I'm actually working on it right now, getting ready to flip it over to, you're going to call it the purchase power, showing him at different increments. So really, it's been 3 separate presentations, but it's kept the ball rolling with him, kept him around as a very interested client, and he's ready to go. So
I love it. Well, forward me a couple links that we can put below. Hopefully this is a great video for everybody. Also, one of the interviews I did recently with Jay Crowell, actually, I'll put Jay Crowell's below, the ultimate office meeting with Mortgage Coach, so if people are coming into your office. But the one with Danny Hirani, where he talks about how to use an iPad with a realtor interview. Make sure you check that out if you haven't yet, Seth. It's a great interview. I'm going to put that in the link below too, so you guys get a couple extra homework assignments. And hey, man, thanks for taking time, my friend.
Yeah, thank you, Dave. I appreciate it.
All right, keep sharing success stories and keep the momentum going.
Will do. Take care.